hydrated and ready to go.
Because we know.
I have my Dr. Pepper already.
All right.
Okay, I'm good.
Beginning thing.
My body is ready.
My body is ready.
Your voice for, and Greg, just to reiterate, your voice for Aqua.
December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District
Let me
Court.
just see if I can remember where I was.
Defendant lobby number 5.
You stole my thing.
Good morning, Max.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties.
You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
I think this is Mo. It might be Mo, it might be Regina. I don't know. Both of you do it.
Do it at the same time.
Okay, ready? 1,
Alright,
2, 3.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm ready. Sorry, you're lagging a bit.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
It's Regina! It was Regina!
Regina, okay.
Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk.
That's a carton!
And it's still really bad for your voice if you're gonna perform.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
You gotta talk to yourself now!
You gotta do it.
Talk to yourself!
You're talking to yourself.
Regina!
All the cool voice actors do it.
How fabulous! My perfectly platonic friend. You came to watch my performance today?
As a friend?
I have to adjust that sentence. It's fine.
I'm gonna adjust everything.
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my perfectly platonic princess friend doesn't...
Yeah. She doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Alright.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
Was that you opening a can of milk?
Does milk
No,
even
I
come
drink
with it?
soda because you said fabulous,
that,
so I have to follow the rule.
That carbonated milk that comes in cans.
Oh my god, I remember that shit!
Just crack open a cold glass
Oh
of milk.
god, that's real.
There's Ninja Milk that's like that now. It's an energy drink.
Just crack open with a tall glass of milk with the boys.
Disgusting.
He said fabulous, so I'm just following the rules of taking a drink every time he says it.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
right.
Regina,
Yeah.
shush up. Maya, talk.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Top of the morning to ya!
You said a jerk!
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo! How low can you go? How low can you go?
Mo,
Top of the morning to ya, governor!
top of the morning.
That's the ticket. Attack of the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
That's 2 cartons!
Is everyone just carrying around milk? Unrefrigerated?
Whoa! Do they have a cooler?
Oh no.
Oh my! Thanks.
Do they like have a cooler or something that they're just toting around?
I mean, I really shouldn't drive after one glass of milk, but you know what? I think I can handle 2.
Oh my god. So, how are you today, right?
Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit.
You mean Acro?
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
Oh man.
What are you gonna do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, you rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth.
You're right. That's gonna be tough.
Was this another one of those cases where we can't push too hard or else we get penalties?
We can, it just won't amount to anything.
Oh.
Oops, I accidentally skipped that. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina wants?
Yes. That's why I brought her here to court today.
Mo, you are a
Why did
saint.
you bring the milk?
What's that supposed to mean?
She needs to know that when people die,
Oh shit!
they don't just become stars. Ah!
I accidentally rested my hand and I clicked.
It's fine.
Well, you
it's
got
fine.
blind out.
December 30th, 10 a.m.
That one was deliberate. Alright, bow tie judge.
You come the judge, you come the judge.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot. Thanks to Kay, I have to overact now.
Yep.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case.
Not jowly enough.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What is the meaning of this?
We had discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this new revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene, on my orders.
Poor Gumshoe.
Poor Gumshoe!
Poor Gumshoe.
All together now, everybody.
That's a good puppy.
Poor
Poor
Gumshoe.
We
Good
suck!
puppy.
He deserves so much better.
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope.
Boo!
Too soon.
Ah, these birds are still here. There's another one!
Name and occupation.
Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I am employed as an acrobat at the very big circus.
Where were you the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night.
If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room's on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay.
Witness testimony.
I think
Dun,
I
dun,
think in the original versions of these games, like when the witness testimony thing would like cross in and slide, ching, it would show like the eye lines of Phoenix and the prosecutor he's facing against.
Yeah,
which I thought was really
it
cool.
did.
Yeah, on the second screen of the DS and the 3DS.
Yeah,
that's
I
when it
don't know
was
why
good.
they took that out here.
I don't know.
Because it was
Would've
really,
been
Probably
a
because
nice
they couldn't
touch.
think of a place to put it.
I mean,
It's dramatic.
it's literally like it's like I can fucking do that in Photoshop.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know. Maybe they just. I mean, they basically just ported the mobile versions to the Switch. So
Oh, maybe
I mean, the Switch and the PC.
maybe the mobile versions didn't have it then. Ugh.
Yeah, it's all right. It's still a really good port.
It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown.
Which one?
If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
Hold it! Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice. By a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool.
So that's like 5 drinks?
Say that 5 times fast.
No!
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A foolish choice of a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool.
A foolish
You
choice of
said
a foolish
bad
fool who
fool.
wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of
You already messed up!
Fool,
Drink.
sad fool.
I had to take 5 drinks. God damn it.
Oh my god, what have I
Obviously,
started?
the only important words here are fool and sad. Everything else is just icing.
A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Ms. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed.
Hold it! You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct?
That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep.
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains?
Hello, Bird.
I am the great Leon.
I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Hold up a sec, Goody, was that a Star Fox reference?
Abso-fucking-fruitly.
I fucking love that. Okay, anyway. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers.
Mainly when it comes to clowns, apparently.
The witness
She's
will
literally
proceed
just
with his testimony.
This thing's a dirty man! You haven't seen nothing yet!
I was about to say Von Karma's actually pretty tame compared to who we meet later.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's look at the shit that Godot does, and then there's Simon Blackquill. Oh!
Black Hole's a treasure.
And then the shit Nayata Samadi pulls off.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically every instance of every trial in Phoenix Wright is a kangaroo court where just everything goes.
Well,
Pretty much.
Edgeworth is kind of the most normal of all of them.
That's
but-
because he's the only prosecutor that actually realizes that, hey, maybe there's more to it than just guilty until proven innocent.
And also, like, he has this problem of making a witness state their name and occupation. He has to repeat it like 3 times before they get the picture.
Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window.
Hold it! Your room is on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes,
And you said that you were resting in bed,
that is correct.
but you were still able to hear a sound from outside?
I was indeed.
Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. Maybe it was something
Bitch, I am
contradictory in what he
cool
said
as
just now.
ice.
Was there anything contradictory in what he just said, guys?
Not really. Not that I can think of.
Well, I certainly don't remember saying anything contradictory.
Okay, that's 2 votes, no contradiction. Anyone
I
else?
don't
There is
know.
contradiction there.
I say nothing.
Okay.
What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry.
Nothing, Your Honor. If I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Squeak.
Hmm.
Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window.
Hold it! Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action. Phoenix, really?
Nerd!
I mean, you got to consider all possibilities.
Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. What?
You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night.
I believe it was a human.
Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. Any contradictions, everybody?
Did he fly away though?
Well, that's what the clown claims, and that's what Acro claims.
Yeah, it matches up in that regard.
Trying to remember if there's anything off about the times, but I don't remember what that ass clown said.
The times are the same between the 2 of them.
Nothing right now. Let's press the other statements first.
Yeah. What's the matter, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. It's just a same thing.
It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like.
Hold it! The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body.
Objection!
I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
The more I impress him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony.
There is.
Why do you object?
The hat fell off. He wouldn't be on its silhouette.
Yeah, the hat was found at the scene
Oh
of the
yeah,
crime.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
Objection! If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
Okay.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
Take that! You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat. And also, the stand was not a knock against you. Figure of speech.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. Or not, because
Oh yeah,
you're
sure, I can
disabled!
walk over there
I'm
with
sorry.
my legs that work.
I'm sorry! These are the lines I'm given!
Doesn't mean your eyes don't fucking work.
No, but looking down outside the window. Okay.
Or should I just drag myself over with my arms? That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in.
I'm sorry!
You should be. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame. Because you would have noticed a silk hat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
What?
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats?
No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand! I wish I used a stronger word than fibbing!
Order! Order!
Objection!
Chaos!
As
Chaos!
always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and I have to back it up.
I can do anything.
You're not impossible!
Well, she literally got away with whipping the judge, so...
How about it, Mr. Wright?
Oh, maybe the judge likes it.
What would cause this witness to commit perjury in the court today?
And also, Greg, there was a witness in the first game that literally just kept giving the judge really good lunch boxes. Oh, this is my favorite!
I don't think Acro is the real culprit, though.
No, he is. I'm thinking he is.
Well, it's either he's the real culprit or he has a grudge against Max, but...
Your Honor,
He has a grudge against Regina.
on this occasion,
That's true.
the defense accuses Acro himself!
On this occasion,
Accuse Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry!
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at audiences' hearts and minds.
I am the yeast of hearts and minds.
Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics.
Too late.
Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
Judge, you should have read the book!
I'm sitting on the book. I'm not nearly as tall as I look.
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness.
Hello, bird.
He's calm enough for it to be almost He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
What I actually like here. The other one's jackasses.
Caw! Caw!
I'm a birdie too. Bye.
Jeremy, stop picking Mr. Right. He didn't do anything to you.
Never.
He is staying rather calm
Jeremy.
and collected.
Alfred Hitchcock is having a seizure right now.
Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
He's right.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? Left out the first other.
Miss Queen!
See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous.
He's right! Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man!
You idiot! You dumb, stupid idiot! You're a stupid, poopy voodoo head.
Let a 6-year-old in the courtroom!
Oh, Pearlie's in the audience.
Wait, Heather, do this in the little girl voice!
Okay.
Way to pick on the crip.
Phoenix is a poopy head!
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it.
I move that we replace all instances of Phoenix with poopy head.
I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power.
Does he even really need it? I mean, fucking look at him.
That's the thing, though. That's the greatest alibi. He has a grudge against Regina. Not
Maybe the
Max.
defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had no accomplice.
Had
And-
No,
Anna.
Acro had an accomplice. Acro had an accomplice there. I delivered it better.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
No,
No,
I don't think he did.
Unless you count the monkey.
Yes, the monkey! The true mastermind.
He's a true killer!
Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Oh, wait, guys. I think I figured something out.
What'd you figure out?
I don't think the ringmaster was his target.
Oh.
That note was in Regina's pocket. And then the ringmaster took it.
Not this time, Von Karma.
You know what? I think you're right.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Though I wish it was Regina who was the
Does
murderer.
make sense. What
It
about the
seemed a
clown?
lot
He's
like
fishy
real
as
work.
fuck.
The clown is the most honest person in this whole fucking thing.
I don't know,
We just got through a trial where he made 3 different testimonies.
maybe I just
That
don't
is-
trust
That
clown.
I mean.
Fantastic.
What?
You're not gonna sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice!
Most unorthodox.
Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself!
Poopy head.
Order! Order!
I wonder when they were dubbing the Ace Attorney anime, I wonder if they were actually doing like the pointing poses in the booth.
I have
Oh,
to
I
assume
would.
they were. I've seen enough VAs in action.
What the? What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Blame the crippled person.
Now, I'm gonna have to prove how this all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
What about his birds?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it!
He probably used the wires.
You can't win with defense alone. In order to win, you must attack!
He used the wires in the bust that's shaped like Max's face.
Yeah.
That was
Mr.
when
Phoenix,
I still had a
right.
hat on it.
If the witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. Do these robes make me look fat?
Yes.
Extremely.
Where was Acro when the crime was committed, everybody?
Yes,
lo-
indeed.
lodging
That must
house.
be nice.
I think in his own house, because his monkey grabs shit.
Lodging.
Take that! It was obviously here the entire time.
Oh, are we talking about Acro or are we talking about Barry?
Acro.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Acro's room?
Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster!
What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling?
I say that's a stupid name, and I wish I never had it.
Oh, the bird just flew away right
It's an
away.
interesting theory.
That's it?
Bitch, I am unflappable.
Not like these
Considering
birds.
that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
He's a poopy head.
I fought a lion.
Mr.
I'm not
Wright.
afraid of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You've got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Most said he saw Max, didn't he?
Certainly did.
Oh, animation! Shit!
All like 5 frames of it. And then the slide up.
You just need to put like a mouse cursor and just drag it up.
Yep.
I must go. My
The
planet
fly
needs me.
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
How did he do it?
I guess this case is a bust.
The next course of this legal buffet.
Puns.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here.
He's right. I can't mess up here. I gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Do we have evidence?
It's the bust.
We have the bust.
I'm going to present some evidence.
So, what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? That is needlessly wordy.
Yep.
Take that!
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust. And because it is life-sized, it's also very, very heavy.
Heavy.
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Ah!
Oh,
Oh.
he angry.
His
The bird
expression
flew away.
actually changed.
I'm getting out of here.
See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
God damn it, Phoenix.
Phrasing.
My.
Do you understand the words coming out of your mouth?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Oh my.
What? He has
Very
a
good bust. Very good bust.
Order! Order!
Show us your tits.
So, you're saying the bus
Early.
to the ringmaster?
Oh, you could say he got busted.
A rather simple crime.
Watch your mouth, Pearly.
Even if you were
That
stuck
was
in a
not-
wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit.
Yeah.
Objection! How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible.
Objection! Well, Acro's an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Not to brag, but yes.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
I'm swole as fuck, y'all.
I did it. I admit.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm swole as fuck, y'all.
I am swollen.
I mean, look at those shoulders. Look at those traps.
Yeah, look at that. Hacker's at a loss for words. And his
He should be.
birds.
He knows I'm getting close to the truth. Well.
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Karma. He's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. Objection! There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
Objection! The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while? He did! During
What?
Mo!
Married life.
Yesterday he
Because
did.
then the game wouldn't be fun.
And also, got a point. You're just accusing this guy randomly of murder.
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
I'm in a wheelchair, but I can still kick your ass. Thank you.
That is until someone goes up some stairs.
That woman will sink to any low to win a case.
You can't win against me, Acro. I have the high ground.
We're all going to hell.
Underestimate his power.
Oh, you just won. Well,
Your Honor, I'd like to accuse my co-counsel and voice actor here of harassment
And murder.
oh, hey,
and
my
slander.
bird's back.
Especially slander.
That is completely unrelated to the trial. We'll handle that We'll handle that on another day.
Acro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I've lifted many a bust in my time, after all. Wink.
Ayo!
That means he's a power bottom.
He is a handsome man.
26-2.
Yeah, power bottom, baby.
I get around.
And dude is cut. Look at him.
You could cut diamonds on his pecs. I'm gonna say that right now.
I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured.
Yeah, but that means you don't have any leverage.
However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible.
Uh-uh.
There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
Wouldn't it be a false roll in his case?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had to ask.
Dude, not cool.
Bruh.
I'm sorry. Ow!
Your Honor, I
That's what
I object to your voice actor.
Sustained! My voice actor is a prick!
That's why I'll be taking over from now.
Okay, fine.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I got canceled, guys.
Cancel culture. I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
That's what you're fucking doing, you harpy.
Yes, well, she's the one who has the whip.
Oh, don't I know
Yeah,
it?
but she's hot, so that makes it okay.
You're damn right.
I can't let her get to me. Gotta focus.
Come on, Phoenix. Go cute that crippled person.
You can take back over, Bota. I was just kidding.
I suppose I could have lifted
okay,
something
good.
the size of that bust.
Hold it! Have you ever lifted up the bus before?
No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this.
Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bus before?
Ooh, maybe I do have an accomplice.
I told you, it's the monkey. Bye. Poke at Phoenix again.
Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. It's okay, my voice actor filmed an apology video.
I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat. Only my legs were injured.
Hold it! So, what have you been doing to keep in shape?
Oh, you weren't into my routine, bro. Well, honestly, I've given up on training.
Dude, you're still
Hey,
jacked!
Bro, have you ever heard of CrossFit?
That is not from 6 months of deterioration, my dude.
You are jacked!
I have two secrets for you. Good genes and steroids.
Anabolic steroids.
Have you heard of CrossFit?
Damn it! You can't see his chest.
I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope.
Quick, someone flash back to the time of the accident so we can see his chest.
You don't say.
But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Yes, Queen!
Roasted! Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
There's either Slowpoke. I mean, Nick.
God damn it, Maya.
Whoa! How did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden?
Isn't it always?
I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear.
Oh, he's in the bar! Okay!
What do you say we see what's in this picnic basket?
However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible.
Hold it! And why is that?
Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
Or ever.
So you couldn't have thrown the bust out of the window.
There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body.
Hold it! How long do you think your recovery will take?
You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation. But it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%.
Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window.
That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Hold it! Why do you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you've got a point.
Hey, Nick?
Huh?
What if you turned things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this. If you need a location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
It does make sense.
Get the
Somehow.
freaking letter!
That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
Dead.
Hello, bird.
Can I peck his eyes out yet?
Birds, 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 birds.
Birds, go.
Just give me the order. I'll peck his eyes out. I'll go do it right
Hello,
now.
My name is Acro. I'm
I think
hilarious
I've already
and you will
explained
bird,
things
bird,
sufficiently.
Goku.
Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think?
Hold it! If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head.
So, that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright?
Acro was strong enough to lift up the bust.
The main problem is how he could have aimed the ringmaster's head.
When can we present it?
I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster.
That's the ticket, Nick. Show them what you've got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. But maybe you overlooked something.
Alright guys, where's the contradiction and what is it?
Okay, keep going.
I suppose it
Go over.
No.
Over there. Keep going.
Words, 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 words,
Keep
words,
going.
words,
Nope.
words, 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 words.
Nope.
Nope.
Words,
Ye-
words,
okay,
words.
there's.
There.
Let's look at our evidence real quick.
Yeah, that note that he put in Regina's pocket said to meet me at 10 p.m.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, let's see what else we have.
Okay.
If you want me to slow down, let me know.
Okay, just can't stay on this screen.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's look at the wooden box first, I guess.
Yeah, well, it could either be the box or the note. Like.
I would like to hear your explanation for the note.
Because, read the note. It said, meet me at a location at that time. If it's right outside his room, meet
It
tonight
just
at
said-
the lodging
Yeah,
house
but it's just
plaza.
it's just a plaza though. It could be anywhere in the
It
plaza.
could be anywhere in the plaza.
We're not talking about general location. We're talking about specific location. So that's why I think he used the box. Its box is
Okay.
heavy. It's in one place. If the box was set in place beforehand, then he'd
So
be
let's say he
easy to
puts the
find
box
out.
there, then the ringmaster tries to bend over and look at the box. I mean, he would have
I
to
was
know the
thinking
ringmaster.
that,
would
my
try to
thinking
open
was the
box,
time
so-
frame being at 10 p.m. You
We're
know,
not talking
because
about. Yeah, we're talking about specific physical location within the lodging house
And
plaza.
like, yeah, we're just working on location now, not time. So,
So,
objection!
Objection!
Acro,
Okay.
you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You
The
already
danger
knew
zone.
you already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Objection! Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I guess that needed to be 2 sentences. Enough stalling! How about you show us some evidence?
Oh, you're one to
But
talk on, Koma.
I did such a good job hinting!
Yes, yes, yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
What's in the box?
Pepper.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean?
If the bust were to fall upon the point marked,
There would be no way that could miss the head of the victim.
No!
Alright, he's a poopy head, but I agree with him.
Order! Order! Order in the court! This is unbelievable!
I'm
Finally,
like to spit off my
some of
monitor
these
now.
loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So, the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down.
Allow me to whip some sense into you.
Mr.
Phoenix Wright. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made!
Specially made.
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature.
The weight.
Or was it the?
The box has a remarkable weight!
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required.
Oh, I see. Naruhodo. One would have to squat down and then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be approximately the same place.
Fool!
Drink!
I don't have anything to drink with, though. I don't know.
I'm running out of water.
I've got 2
Go get-
bottles.
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
Nope. I've heard what you've had to say.
Huh?
Bling. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Do you remember?
It was in the kitchen.
It was in the cafeteria.
Cafeteria, yeah, right.
I just want to point out to you guys, no matter what we choose, we won't get
It's
a
the
penalty.
same.
No, we just
We
won't get a
will?
penalty. Well, not.
Okay.
So if you want to see the funny answer.
No,
I kind of do, but
it was in the room.
Either way. I remember where it was, but
like, how much of a penalty?
No penalty.
No penalty.
But how
But-
funny is it? Is
I don't
it even
know.
that-
I never did this when I played this when I was a kid.
all right, let's
Funny
hear the
penalty.
answer.
I kind of forget.
Nick, don't tell me you're losing your memory already.
No. Let's not get carried away.
Hey, stick out a little. I've got just the. Oh. Hey, stick out your head a little. I've got just the thing. I kick!
Enough of that! No horseplay in this courtroom, and no kicking the defense attorney!
Oh, and whips are okay?
I thought you were
Rule book
into
don't say nothing about whipping.
According to the court record, the bust disappeared from the cafeteria.
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
Ah, that means.
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
You just said Money the Monkey.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Oh,
Ugh! Yes, Queen!
Tell us
I can't
exactly
see the
how the
stream.
witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria.
There it is.
Yep, you definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room?
You guys already said it.
I did a
Monkey.
shiny object.
Monkey.
Take that!
Monkey!
A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring.
So, are you saying the witness Are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home.
Home?
Yes, okay, my roommate's a monkey.
I've watched that
I'm
sitcom.
not proud.
I've watched that sitcom.
So would I.
Money
I
lives in
think it'd be.
Money lives in Acro's room.
Call it Cash Monkey.
Stop judging me!
It's okay, buddy. It's better than your gym partner being a monkey.
Also, I am a judge. It is literally all I do. I judge things.
Welcome back, Kay.
Objection! But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
When it oxidizes.
My welcome back.
Objection! Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
Oh. My, those are some very nice looking cards he's holding.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Warg! I don't remember where that's from.
Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 3, and then later Tenkaichi 3.
Warg!
Yeah.
Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? it'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
Or Gumshoe.
Or Gumshoe.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. Yes, then what would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon.
The tuba, of course.
Wait.
No, the TV.
I murder people's eardrums with my tuba, so it's possible.
Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon, but purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them.
Oh shit!
Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Hey, no drink.
Oh man.
Thirsty.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still in a bit... Mr. Wright...
Drink!
I can't even get my lines out! However... his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Just like my glass does.
Unlike our glasses, because we gotta keep drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, my glass holds ice right now.
No!
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney.
But this
Is
badge is
flamboozled
official.
a word?
Yes. Also, this badge is real.
Bamboozled is a word. Flamboozled is not.
Oh, right.
So that's my objection.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that word there before, nowhere,
What?
no how.
Okay, I imagine Phoenix saying this line like a Squidward saying, mediocre?
Mediocre?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that?
You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
Unlike,
Are
you know,
you sure about that?
unlike, you know, every objection we had to it yesterday.
Like, we went through 3 false testimonies yesterday.
Right?
So,
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
I won't.
Unless that's your kink, I won't judge.
This is my chance to turn this trial around. And I have to pay for that service.
When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Do you know?
it's a bust.
It's my
You
badge.
just drape the cloak around the bust.
It's totally my badge. My badge did it.
Yes, the badge.
It
The
was-
badge is history's
It was
greatest
that
monster.
pepper.
It was the pepper.
That goddamn pepper.
Take that!
Wait, where's the mustache?
It was Max's.
I asked who the other person most saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Yes, it does.
Objection! Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. I totally
I
believe your
love
French.
it when you talk French.
My sister was in the
Double whip.
trench, not me. This is Iris, the voice actor, speaking. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw!
Rabble, 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 rabble.
How is that possible?
Every time. It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust!
Objection! What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette you saw was wearing a cloak!
Objection! There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to a bust!
Yeah, duh.
It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands!
Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust!
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the butt?
Acro did.
That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree?
Oh, he got me.
No.
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
It was. Wait,
It was Maya.
hold on. Did Acro
put-
pick the
Acro
cloak?
did not.
He didn't?
It
Take
was,
that!
It was him.
Oh.
Fool!
Frank.
Him?
You want to make it look
You
fancy?
are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying!
You just want to make it look fancy?
The victim himself, placed the cloak on the bust.
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself!
Other.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this?
I'm fine,
I'm
Maya.
paying attention.
I'm finally putting all the pieces together. I'm Phoenix Wright and I'm fine!
Hey, no, that's my line.
You're not Apollo yet.
Yeah, we still have another game to get
Is
through.
that what he calls it?
There's really only one picture I can paint anyways, and that's stick figures. But also I can solve this case. Some airplane jokes, everybody. All
Surely
right.
you gotta be joking.
I'm not joking, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh, pardon me. I have a drinking problem.
All right. So you
As
want to
for
know
visual
what?
gag.
So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. I have
My
the TARDIS
drinking
right
team
here.
has my drinking team has a bowling problem.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked when I was trying to do this. Acro had the bust. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. And if first-person shooters taught us anything, nobody ever fucking looks up.
That's true.
You're not wrong about that.
At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bust hit the victim,
Ow.
All right,
Look at this quality animation.
you got that Photoshop mouse cursor?
I can't do that. I don't have access to Adobe.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just can't be true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust.
Even I think that's stupid.
You see why people hate this
Yeah,
case?
Yeah,
That's
Jesus.
actually the third reason why I don't like this case so much. It's a little contrived.
This like this case feels more like case closed than Phoenix Wright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, because I don't know what case closed is.
Case closed. Jimmy Kudo. Like
What?
one of the longest running manga series in existence.
Anime where the teenager.
Oh,
detective
now you've
turned
lost
into
me.
a little
Okay.
kid.
Now you don't feel bad about not knowing. Okay.
That impact also caused a sound. That impact also caused a sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window.
Wait. So wouldn't he? He would see. Mo would see the bust and the cloak going back in through the window, wouldn't he?
Do you know
If
anything
you
about?
looked up.
Do you know anything about selective attention?
Keep clicking.
It's like a general fact, people don't look up higher than a 45-degree angle most of the time.
Not only that,
That's
like
true.
when people see something, they focus on and they're focused on something, they tend to ignore everything else.
Whatever. Just keep playing.
Selective. Hey, select.
never
I'm not.
tried.
I'm not even japing here. Like, selective attention is actually a proven thing.
I know, but this just.
Yeah, this is silly, but selective attention
This is-
actually is proven.
Oh, not silly. I like silly. This is stupid.
That's why people hate this case.
Yeah.
Okay, we are agreed then. Keep clicking.
No,
Mm.
I want to make you suffer.
The worst structure forever. This is the only way we can. This is the only way we can get back at each other. Two GMs who never play the other person's campaign anymore. It's an impasse. Okay, well, bye, Max.
Goodbye,
Max is tired of
my
our
planet
bullshit.
needs me.
I killed the other GM.
And that is how the magical murderer disappearing to the sky came to be.
That's true. You did kill both of them. That's right.
Dun dun dun.
The entire.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this.
Gesundheit.
Fahrenheit.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro! It could only have been you!
Hello, birds.
I don't even have music for this. Come on, man. My Bluetooth batteries died.
Oh. Just been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So,
What now?
you graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence?
Why does that surprise you, Judge?
In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Yes, Queen!
Someone has a god complex.
shut up and kneel.
Yes, Queen.
That's my line!
I can't
Sorry,
hear.
what was I supposed to say?
Dance my puppets.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution does bring up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Yeah. Nick, they say they want evidence.
Snag your neighbor a
I just
couple
explained how there
minutes.
can only be one possible murder method. There is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay, then, use that to get out of this jam. Damn.
Strawberry?
That's enough
I like-
talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright.
But I want jam.
It's raspberry. Only one man would ever
Present some
dare give me
evidence
the
to-
raspberry.
Present some evidence to the court that backs up your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this
What is
magic
the hard
case.
proof, everybody?
Keep going.
Wait,
Wait, let's see the poster. No, that doesn't show the wires. Never mind.
why would it do that?
Hmm.
Keep going.
Done.
I don't know. Anybody else have ideas?
Hold on, stop on this last screen. Let's take a look at those 5. Let's see, the bronze statue. We've already used that. Can
Wait,
we
that
take
was
a look
found-
at the take a look at the Grand Prix?
I was just about to say that.
That would show that they look the same, and it could be mistaken for the other one. So that's my guess.
That's a good thought, but that's not the correct answer.
Well, that's stupid. This is
The
stupid.
pepper was found in the wooden box.
What does that have to do with anything?
The answer is in this screen.
Is it the lion?
No,
No.
I'm just hovering
Okay.
over it.
Just keep going. One more. Okay. Picture of the crime scene. Let's take a look at it.
Oh yeah, he's over the.
How does that prove that this trick happened, though?
Oh, no
Because
footprints.
it left behind no footprints.
That is true.
They're looking for something else. A clear contradiction in Mo's testimony.
Well, okay.
I don't know. There's just.
What was his
weird
testimony?
answers. Yeah.
Take that!
Oh, the hat. That's
The
right.
problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony.
Okay.
I just saw that
The
post-it
silk hat
hanging
was
out.
one. The white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explain all of these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Not really, I'm the protagonist. It would be a short game. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's.
What answer was picked, by the way?
Stream is lagging.
Silk
Give me a
hat.
second. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Objection! Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. but the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses.
What is he
Santa's back.
behind?
I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you do the obvious answer?
Of course, I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the
Nondeska.
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Just drag it on and then put the new picture up there.
Oh, okay. They just blinked out of existence.
Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Everyone knows white roses go to the back of the bust.
Ooh.
Order! Order!
Chaos.
This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel.
Oh my god.
Time to discuss motivation.
Hello, birds. Jeffrey,
Squawk.
Charles, and
I'm gonna go grind his eyes now.
what should I name the third one? Hannibal.
Now, so much for that. Why Hannibal?
Because he's naming all
Jeffrey
them.
Dahmer, Charles Manson, and Hannibal Lecter.
You named them
I
all
couldn't
after
think of
serial
another
killers.
Killer who actually
I'm gonna
exists.
pick out his brain and enjoy with some Final
Ted
Fantasy and
Bundy?
whiskey. Okay.
John
Oh,
Wayne
yeah,
Gacy?
Ted.
Ted.
Teddy's the other one.
Well,
It's
so much for
Jeffrey,
that theory.
Charlie, and Ted. Mr. Wright, do you mind? Trying to talk to my birds.
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something you think I didn't? Is there something making you think that I didn't?
Drink.
If you did, then maybe you will understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive.
Here we go.
Hey, Kay, you were right.
This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this.
Yes, Queen!
Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Good thing that you were 5 steps ahead, Heather, with that guess.
Yep.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
But what do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive.
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Jingling's testimony after a short recess.
Yeah, recess. I was on the swings.
The court will now take a 10-minute recess. If anyone needs me, I'll be at the top of the slide.
Von Karma will dismantle the slide with her whip.
No! How could you? I
Bang,
want to
bang.
call.
All right. Rehydrate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hydrate.
refill my water.
we drank so much.
He still was intending to kill a 16-year-old girl.
Well, which is worse, trying to kill the 16-year-old girl or wanting to get with the 16-year-old girl?
Fair point. They are both
I'm
equally
not-
bad, though.
I am literally not sure.
God.